What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to try and do a tech tree guide. I'm going to show you how I break down a tech tree, or how I was taught to break down a tech tree, as most people don't know or don't know how to really diagnose it. Now, the first thing you want to look at is you want to look at your game-changing nodes. When I mean game-changing, I mean the troop damage, your building health, your heavy choppers, your bombers, things like that. Game-changing nodes. Whether it changes your defense or your offense. So we go through the tree and we're going to mark down all of the building health. That includes sky shields. Sky shields are game changing, whether it's offense or defense. Bombers are game changing nodes. I miss this sky shield right here above, right above troop damage, but it is also a game-changing node. BH, the heavy chopper, and then this last troop damage at 70 yards. It's kind of hard for me to mark. Those are your game-changing nodes. When you pass it on the tree, you have to get it. Alright, next up, you just want to diagnose the tree like you would just on your path. The only thing you need to focus on is gold, diamond, leg. That's all that matters. Gold, diamond, or leg. Now, I'm going to act like I'm starting at rank 14 or 15. Now, if I remember correctly, this is from season 37, this tree is, so I would be able to get all the way to the troop health. Now, what we need to figure out is we can go straight to 4ER if we skip the flare, but as you can see, the only troops we have are heavies or rifles. So you're going to be heavy rushing, unless you do a rifle swarm, but with all the mines you can't. So the best choice, given the deck, now we'll look at the deck. The deck, as you can see, it's perfect for heavy rushing, because people will put it in a triangle shape. Now, the 4ER deck is significantly bigger, so it's going to come into play when we get bombers later on. But knowing that you have heavies and rifles as your starting troop, flares are going to be necessary. They just are. Heavy rushing is so much easier. Now, the whole point of a tree and moving through it is to help you get gold, diamond, and leg. And with not that much offense, and with the BH being 50, DBD being 50, it's going to be a defensive front at the beginning, especially in 3 and 4ER. So you need to have a little bit of offense. The flare helps you, plus you don't have to come back for it if you get it at the beginning. So getting flare, it is an easy call. Easy call. So yeah, and just highlighting again the heavies and the rifles, because I mean that's all you have, because we're not going to unlock Zukas, we're not going to unlock Cryoneers. Those are pointless nodes that do not help us. They just waste keys. So we're going to go to flare, and then we're going to make our way to troop health. But you also have to start looking at stuff you're going to skip. Like you're going to skip Sparky. You're going to skip the Zukas. You're going to skip the Cryoneers. So start making our path. Now we have to go through DBD, the mortar, and the multi-node. Unless a multi-node is on path at the beginning, skip it. Do not get a multi-node unless it's some kind of game-changing tech unless it's on the path. Because it's just going to hurt you in the end. Because you're going to be behind everybody else because you stopped for 2 extra flamethrowers, you know? So just marking all the things that we're not going to get immediately. So, and you'll notice I skip sniper towers when I do my path in a minute, but obviously you would unlock sniper towers. I just skipped it initially. But like brick, we're not going to get brick, not going to get mechs. You know, initially we're not getting that GB or the hot pot or the micro. Skipping those initially, skipping the scorchers, so that eliminates a lot of the tree. So we've eliminated the clutter, and so we know where we're going path-wise. So this was actually a really cheap tree, so most people could finish it. But even on the not cheap trees like last season, you just have to be disciplined, and you have to just keep moving forward. Just enough offense, just enough defense to get you where you need to go. Now, right here, stopping at troop health, I know that there's a lot of D, and that, you know, heading to 4ER is great, but I'm going to need a hero, and the cannons are a plus. So going ahead and getting them to put me over the top offensive-wise so that I can get gold now and start pushing towards diamond, because it's going to be a while before I get bombers. So the best thing to do for me in that moment was to go down, get the cannons and add D, and get bullet to make sure I finish every base every time, because that 3ER deck is built for heavy rushing, and bullet helps with heavy rushing. I mean, people set up their ERs like this during the season, and so people just heavy rushed it with the bullet, and even bullet by himself could get an ER. So it's a no-brainer to grab him. Now, some people did skip him that went really, really light, but the people that got bullet early hopped up really quick. I think I was like global 55 at the end of day 1 on this season. But the bullet helps you because you have 0 TD to that point. You don't get TD till later on. So bullet puts you over the edge offensively. And then after that, you don't need anything else here. I mean, later you get the sniper towers, but you keep moving forward. Now next, BH. It's a must-have node. It's underlined in white. It's a grab immediately when we can. So we grab that. Then we keep moving forward. We see the barrage. The barrage is tempting, but it's not necessary. Like the ice mines at 34 keys, like the barrage is 30 keys, not necessary. So we keep moving. We see the sky shield, game-changing tech. We get it immediately. Keep moving forward. Boom cannon's great. Bombers, awesome. Now our offense is rifle, bomber, bullet. Fantastic. This is where we get diamond. This is our diamond push if we haven't already got there yet. With the critters to help with the offense. Now you look, the shock launchers and the smoke are almost the same cost as the RLs and the 2 boom cannons. The 2 boom cannons and the 3 RLs is more D than just 2 shock launchers. So we go boom cannons, RLs first, then shock launchers. Then we head to 5. We have everything we need. Now we're going to keep going. The sky shield I forgot to underline in white. We get it. I don't know why I underlined it just then, as if we haven't been talking about it. Straight down to TD. Now I already have bullet. Can I survive and compete without Kavan? I can do my bomber hits with bullet just as well. I just have to protect the bombers. So we skip it for now. because skipping it allows us to get the BH, the heavy choppers, and 60R faster before other people, which is potentially a leg push. And so that's, Kavan is great. I end up getting him in game. But for right now, skipping him, because we already have Bullet, allows us to be ahead of other people. Now we have heavy choppers and BH before everybody else. Because they got Kavan, and they got Ice Mines, and they got, Barrage. But, it's just making sound decisions to put you in it ahead. Now, we can either go to 70R now, or we can backfill some and get Kavan, or go up to the artillery, or go back for Ice Mines. But all the stuff beyond 70R, including our last white dash, which is that last troop damage, and the protos, is so much better than everything we skipped. We skipped the stuff initially because we could get by without it. So, we keep moving forward to 70R. Now we're in 70R before almost everybody else is. We have an extra proto. We have troop damage, which is our leg push if we aren't already in leg. And then we have the protos. So it just puts us ahead. And then after you've finished the tree and you're done, then you can go back for all the extra stuff. You can go back for the artillery, the GBE, the proto, the other GBE, Kavan, even rocket choppers. You can go back for the ice mines. You can go back for barrage. Because I'm not saying ice mines aren't good. I'm not saying barrage isn't good. But you have to read the meta. Read what is going on. And if barrage is not taking out an ER, or it's not helping you in that moment, then skip it. Because if you skip it, that makes you 30 keys ahead of everybody else that took it. Now right here is your diamond push point. Because you should be in gold day one. So that should be your diamond push point. And then right here is your leg push point. Let me put it in black. But if you're doing the meta correctly and you're getting ahead correctly, that should be your leg push point. If not, 70R. Seasons ebb and flow. They go up and down. So they can all be completely different. So you might not get leg until later on. And it doesn't even have to be leg. Leg can be your top 500 in this case. Instead of, I shoot for leg every season. But, other people have different goals initially. But initially, top 500 should be it. Now look at this. That multi-node. That's what holds so many of you back. Is because you guys will go out of your way to get every multi-node on the way. Or will unlock Zukas or Grins or something like that. Don't unlock those things. You don't need them. If you're winning without them, move forward. Keep progressing in the tree. That is what matters. If you're in gold and you're maintaining gold, you shouldn't be worried about, after you get 16, don't worry about 17, 18, 19, 20. Those will come naturally as you progress in the tree. As you get more tech, whether it's offensive or defensive tech, that you'll rank up naturally. As long as you're doing your matches and you're doing all that, it'll come naturally. So the only thing that matters is gold, diamond, and then leg. Everything in between is inconsequential. It doesn't matter. Yes, ranked chests are nice. You will get them. So, say we just unlocked bombers, and then the next chest, or two chests after that is RLs. If you're at 17 when you have bombers, if you get to RLs because you didn't unlock ridiculous multi-nodes and you get to RLs before everybody else, you'll naturally get those rank chests. And so, day 1 gold, what Pete and I normally say is diamond by the first Saturday. If you're diamond by the first Saturday, you're normally top 500 every season. Now, you should want to, you should want to get diamond before then, but safe spot is to get diamond by the first Saturday, and you're normally good for top 500. Okay? So I'm just trying to change the way you think of the tree and how you look at the tree when you first get it. Everybody normally, fixes the path, but in my eyes, when I look at the tree, I take a macro approach. I'm looking at the tree for the entire season, not just until 3 or 4 I want to look at the whole tree. I want to see where my important nodes are. I want to see where my boost nodes are. I want to look at the decks and what metas I might face on those decks, and then plan accordingly. Now, I'm going to do a couple more of these over the next few days so that we can look at different seasons' trees together. And you can start seeing how they match up. And then, this is season 37 that I just did. So you go back and watch the gameplay from season 37, and it'll match up, the higher level gameplay. Say you look at Stoneheart's videos from season 37. That gameplay will match up with that tree. It'll match up. So, high level gameplay includes solid tech tree choices. So I'll do this for different trees from previous seasons so we can start diagnosing and planning trees together. And then if you guys want me to do something similar to this when new trees come out each season, I will gladly do that. But I've taken up a lot of your time. So I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more of these. And we'll see what we can do, guys. Alright, season's coming up. We've had to wait forever. Nuno, give us some free keys. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later.